Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, I sound a little more clear, and maybe you don't have to turn up the volume as high as some people have been claiming. I did mess with the audio settings, so let me know how it sounds. Because I did mention, like, hey, I'm going to have to manipulate some things here with the mic and the audio. And I got the mic up to my mouth right now, so it should sound much better, maybe a little too loud, and you might have to turn the volume down, which I don't know which one you would prefer, having to turn it all the way up and blow up your ears, or keep it nice and low. So either way, I want to talk about the game plan. I have adjusted the game plan, and there's some things I want to talk about just for transparency's sake. Number one, my highest position that I hold is at 007. I'm going to mark that right here with this blue line. I had one. Oh, wait, what? This is Weeble, so I'm still learning how to use it. Okay, that's how you set a line. Okay, other positions that I hold are at 005s, and I do have one at low 006s as well. And my target is 002. I think we all know that one. We have support here. Let me change that. How can I change that? I don't know how to use this. Okay, but our next support is 003. Let me mark that here. And I can change the line, thankfully. Let's change that to yellow. That's going to be our support. But I'm looking for a buy target of 0021. I know the market looked ugly this past week. And a lot of people have been asking me, should I sell? Should I take the loss? And I'm like, you know what? It was a bad week. Let's give it till the end of till the end of this month and see how it moves. Right now, it's not the time to freak out just because the market as a whole is coming down. And I believe futures that open up red, so it looks like we might get a sell-off continuation this coming week. So either way, a lot of fear in the markets, and to me, that's just an opportunity to add your favorite stocks nice and cheap. I think Bitcoin is red as well. But either way, we got support coming up at 003s. If that doesn't hold, we will see 002s, and that is where I will be looking. Let me see if I can add here. Can I add a note? No, I don't know how to add notes on this. Can I really not add notes? I guess not. I'll be looking to add the other 5K down here for a total of 10K in the stock. But yeah, the biggest position, I'm going to add it down here. I only added a grand here, and a couple grand here. So that is the game plan. I told you way back when, I'm like, hey, sometimes you got to adjust the game plan. Because if we go into a bear market, we don't know if we're going to go into a bear market, but the market right now, if I show you SPY, how do I hate that I don't know how to use this. Is this, okay, that doesn't help me. That's the watch list, but how do I look up tickers? Okay, that's how I look up tickers. If we look at the SPY, which represents the top 500 companies, we've been trending for quite a while now, and we're having trouble recovering. This week is going to be very important because we've had pullbacks in this bull run. You know, bull runs are beautiful because it just keeps going higher and higher. That's awesome. We love that. We love when markets just keep climbing higher and higher. But at some point, there's always pullbacks even in the bull run. We've pulled back quite a bit from 565 to 530. Here we pulled back from 521 to 491. So about what, $30 move? About a $30 move. So we've pulled back $30 from highs. And what I'm saying is if we don't hold here, more than likely we never know when the bear market is going to start, just like we don't know when the bull market's going to start. But what we do know, because we have been through a bear market recently, we know that when it begins, it gets ugly. There's a huge sell-off, but there's also opportunity. So what I'm telling you right now is be patient, exercise discipline, let the market dump, buy the fear, accumulate your favorite stocks. If we see NVIDIA under 100, that tells you something. That tells you it's time to buy nice and cheap, let everyone else sell. So back to Aitx. How is this going to affect Aitx? I don't think it's going to have much of an effect in terms of our ability to buy in nice and cheap at 002s. If anything, it'll help bring it down to 002s, which is the absolute floor, the absolute bottom. That is where we want to add our biggest position. That is what I have been waiting for, which is why I held off on the other half. That is the game plan. I'm just letting you know, it's looking real ugly out there. And some of you are starting to get a little desperate, and I'm like, guys, I told you I'm willing to hold for a year and a half. If you're not willing to hold that long, I get it. I know some of you want the quick flips, but sometimes you got to hold and wait, and you got to believe that the market will recover and that there will be another catalyst that sends it. Now, of course, I did mention that the biggest issue we are having with this stock is the dilution. And the average amount of dilution every month is about 333 million. So let me see if I can write a note here. I can write notes? Awesome. Let's see. How do I... Okay, I guess that's how you type in notes. So I'm going to leave a little note for you guys, because right now the stop loss is the reverse split. That is where I will absolutely take the loss. I will not question it. If we reverse split, if Steve Reinhardt says we're reverse splitting tomorrow, I will not question it. I will not hold it. I'm gone. That is, just telling you right now, that is the stop loss. Sometimes people ask me, what's your stop loss? I don't have a normal stop loss. Like, I don't set like a stop loss like based on a number. Sometimes it's based on, well, if they start diluting, that's another one. My stop loss will be triggered if there's a reverse split. The other thing to be concerned about is massive amounts of dilution increasing year over year. So if dilution reaches an average of half a billion shares a month by mid 2025, that triggers my stop loss. That triggers my stop as well, because that is concerning. And I showed this example yesterday. So there you go, guys. I'm giving you the game plan. I guess I forgot to add. Stop loss is the reverse split. Dilution reaches an average of half a billion shares a month by mid 2025. That triggers my stop as well, because that's a lot of dilution every month. The stock price it's gonna have a hard time when there's so much supply. It doesn't matter how much demand there is on a catalyst. It's gonna have a hard time moving up, like I showed you yesterday. So that's the new stop loss. I know some of you are like, wait, you don't use like a regular stop loss based on a price point? No, sometimes I use a stop loss based on what the stock is doing, or the company, I should say, not the stock, based on what the company is doing. If it reaches an exorbitant amount of dilution, that is very concerning. It will have a hard time even going back to 005s at that point. But again, right now is not the time to be. It's not the time to be scared. Wait, where's the mic? I think I'm supposed to hold the mic up to my mouth. There we go. Maybe that sounds better. I probably sounded like I was echoing because I was talking from afar. But anyways, there's the game plan, guys. I'm looking to buy the biggest position out here. These are my current positions here. This is current support. This is the stop loss, and the take profit is. Let me grab my tool here, and let's make the take profit. Let's give a take profit target of. Let's grab turquoise here. No, let's use red. Our stop loss is not a price point, but our take profit is going to be 0095, followed by 0083, and finally 003. I guess I don't know how to use this. Okay, there we go. And they're not red. Fantastic. Oh, there we go. Okay. So there are your take profit points. We will get back up there. Again, it takes a while. If you look at the history of the stock, and I've always mentioned this, if you're not willing to be patient, guess what? You're going to sell, you're going to take a loss, and then when it runs, you're going to be like, oh my God, I wish I had held, and now I have to chase. You don't want to chase. I did chase, but guess what? I set a stop loss. When I bought at 008, I set a stop loss above my buy-in point when it hit 0099, and I got stopped out at break even, or maybe a small loss. I think because of commission, because $20 commission with Schwab, if I recall. So I don't hold a position at 008s. I was smart about it. If you're gonna chase, you always want to have. Yeah, you actually want to have a price point stop loss. But in this case, because we're playing the long game, stop loss is the reverse split, because that's where it can really destroy the stock. Same thing with massive amounts of dilution. And there you go, guys. There's the game plan. You don't have to follow it to a T. It's on you as to what you want to do. But if you want to wait for 002s, that's where I would add the biggest position possible. That's where you really want to load up. That is the absolute bottom. I would be surprised if we don't hold that, because I know a lot of people in the Aitx Discord are eyeing 0002s now. They've been talking about it. They were making fun of me for talking about they thought it was insane. How would we ever touch 0002s? Well, guess what? If the market goes, if we go into a bear market, you're gonna see a lot of stocks dropping to lows that we've seen before. But people are, I don't know. People know the market goes in cycles, guys. This is how it is. Make the adaptation, and you will make money. And that is it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know how the mic sounds. I think at some point I might have echoed because right now I have the mic up to my mouth. But if I move it all the way over here, I might sound like I'm echoing. Anyways, shout out to you guys. See you in the next one.